Space time.
Hey, I took some time away from my craft to realign with my path. I watched the moon, stars, and sun pass into a new year at last. I'm still the same student, just in a different class. I accelerated ahead by switching gears, which led to moving fast. But my timing is the definition of precision. Just because I didn't have it right then and there, they thought I'd never get it. Winning is a simple solution to silence your critics. It was never supposed to be easy, but the payoff tremendous. On top of that, I know my hustle relentless. Heart, I was born with it. The mind that I developed a piece at once, I was born with it. The same firearm I shot in middle school, I could be scoring with it. At the buzzer, my brother Will still use the same drum like he was DJ Mustard. That's for repercussions, so be precautious. To journey all this way while facing danger must be exhausting. Ask me about it, cause you can't tell me what I already know. I command my affirmations, write them down, burn it, and let it go like say no more. This for all the days I stood in front of the stove, selling mine 2 for 10, then working 2 to 10 to stay afloat. Some niggas turn to substance addiction, looking for ways to cope. I pray that if I had to sell to my brothers, it's never hope. Back against a burning rope while facing my opponents. The traumas of my past held my future back for a moment. Sparring with myself took a mental toll during boredom, but that shadow work was proof of light in the training for my performance. The ego minimized and the spirit became enormous. To have the world in your hand but can't carry it must be torment. I still got some niggas laying in a cell like they've been growing dormant. A nigga found my brother then turned into an informant while the game was going. That's why I leveled down, allow my team to play with niggas. God could be sparing us, but it's more to me like he's saving niggas. Some low life stole my cousin identity, now we saving pictures. Karma has something for you, I pray you find it and take it with you. I woke up on the other side of the world on a cruise ship. I kept thinking about my chopper like I should've had it flew in. Niggas never seen that rivals or beef with niggas they went to school with. It was peaceful on that side of the city until we moved in. My team been having motion, the field is something we memorized. Don't forget the battery pack on your backs was keeping you energized. Before I walked on water, my teachings was being purified. It's the lack of knowledge that make mortals judge and scrutinize, some crucified. Losing hope is when the youth to die. My dog bit me at that point, I should've had him euthanized. If it's me or you, then I would never have to choose a side. I burned down the entire village to avenge my wounded pride. The truth arise when I allow the voice of God to come outside, don't act surprised. I can see the envy in those emerald eyes, but now it's time, let's see who's still around. It's time I dropped the ball and didn't pick it up. I can't leave it on the ground, it's time.
Space time.
Don't keep going, pretty boy.
Hey, yeah. Alright. Yeah. I'm the warrior prophet. For God, I'm standing on the front line. Any intervention on Dontae, but have gon' be divine. I wrote success on paper, and when I got done, I drew a line through it like the dollar symbol. If I don't look like nothing else, then me and wealth resemble. I had to find the missing parts and tools required to be reassembled. Now I prefer power over my potential. I decide which mountain to scale based on which one's monumental. When you do the work, then it pay off, that's consequential. All my checks will still be blue, and I still be verified. If deactivating my social media accounts, what I decided. It's out of love, so I'm not looking for payback. If I provided you my services, what a mortal man could do don't reach the surfaces of these waters that I'm walking on. We politic in person and speaking, co-conversing on the phone. As the architect, I decided to build my foundation out of stepping stones. Finding learning from the mistakes that I left alone, and moving on was the only way to right my wrongs. These not verses, I prefer to call them scriptures. And these hymns, I don't write songs. I felt like no cap when my ghetto angel started to sing along. I turned into BB King before I let you string me on. I see shit from a different perspective, like I watched it on a drone. When me and Zion dropped the album, this the return of the throne. The growth organic, this not GMO or seeds so they can clone. I'm a perfectionist, that's why I prefer to do shit on my own. I'm the truth and you can hear it in my tone. I'm the warrior prophet, for God I'm standing on the front line. Any intervention on Dontae but have gon' be divine. I wrote success on paper, and when I got done, I drew a line through it like the dollar symbol. If I don't look like nothing else, then me and wealth resemble. I had to find the missing parts and tools required to be reassembled. Now I prefer power over my potential. I decide which mountain to scale based on which one's monumental. When you do the work, then it pay off, that's consequential, and that's facts. I gave God the glory and he gave me fortune back. I took the initiative and started where I was at. Even when I was led astray, I kept my pace and didn't retract. Handling business showed the creator that I was ready for my task. This the return, that's why I waited to show my face without a mask. I've consulted with the masters, now it's time to teach my class. The battlefield is in the mind and hearts of those who chose to clash. I turn water into wine and prophecies into the past. It'd be checkered if they ever waved the flag on my behalf. I ran my race with the understanding that the first would be in last, and too much willpower without discipline is the perfect course for a crash collision. And no, I'm not perfect, I just accept it and understand my mission. Sitting in that cave for days translating premonitions helped me crystallize these visions. It was decided before I ever made the decision, so I committed. They carved my face onto a mountain if my name don't get cemented. Cause I'm the warrior prophet, for God I'm standing on the front line. Any intervention on Dontae but have gon' be divine. I wrote success on paper and when I got done I drew a line through it like the dollar symbol. If I don't look like nothing else then me and wealth resemble. I had to find the missing parts and tools required to be reassembled. Now I prefer power over my potential. I decide which mountain to scale based on which one's monumental. When you do the work then it pay off, that's consequential. Yeah. Hey. If history is taught by the victorious, then the mysteries are taught by the masters. Controlling chaos is when peace to remain ever present past future disasters. The grass of the pastor that leads you to pasture instead of slaughter would be greener. When the council of deacons demand diligence and make deviants doubt their demonic demeanor. Most notably, you'll have to notice how seamless the hymns kept stitching the fabric together. I check your tone like a choir director in front of the class like a college professor. Niggas act woke but they slept through the lectures. I'm here to silence the critics and hecklers. Word to the healers and spiritual helpers. The message nowadays has been clearer than ever. Never. I'm back and I'm better than ever. Running it up to a whole nother level. Atop of my game in a whole new profession. Competition don't even exist unless I'm comparing my befores and afters. I finished that book, I can tell you the chapters. Word to the readers who know rites of passage. Go back and forth cause I'm more than a rapper. I realign shit like a chiropractor. When you win the league, you who they chasing after. I was in that water like some bait and tackle. I'm not in a league with the Nephilim. I'm Elijah to know what everything. When the trumpets blow, listen to heaven sing. Every knee should bow like here's the wedding ring. Stand in the well, your karma and judgment. Niggas be voicing opinions for nothing. Get aggravated, then press the red button. My army in heaven prepare for destruction. Return to my shell and let lies prevail. This time around I'ma send them to hell. Love everyone and forget about myself. I'm married to spirit through sickness and health. Let people run with a misleading narrative. Cleaning the air when the smoke is imperative. Live for the moment, the past for the parachute. Climbing a mountain at times could be perilous. But there's beauty in stepping stones. Like a cliffhanger niggas been holding on. Trying to find my tempo like a metronome. I'm the silver surfer in this chrome. While wearing my heart on my sleeve, I planted the seed. Now the sweat of my labor pay more than indeed. I'm done with the liquor but one with the weed. We both in the field but grew at different speeds. I pray for the rain and to fulfill my needs. The power you see was invested in me. They call me Lil E but I'm capital P. I see all the ways God rescued me. I'm back and I'm better than ever. Running it up to a whole nother level. Atop of my game in a whole new profession. Competition don't even exist unless I'm comparing my befores and afters. I finished that book, I can tell you the chapters. Word to the readers who know rites of passage. Okay, look. I woke up feeling godly, a goddess beside me. She spread her wings just like my eye and give me reciprocity. The inflation rate boosting crime, we crash and blame the economy. You would have to be off tilt to triangulate like isosceles. Philosopher and foot soldier just like Socrates. The devil's most clever disguise was fashioned as a democracy. I follow the old law, what they passing off now is policies. The words for real estate and the human race is the property. Psychologically speaking, what's missing is critical thinking. Lord vibrating spirits accompany visitors while drinking. This realm is inverted. They thought they were rising but were sinking. My dreams were lucid from the second I realized I wasn't sleeping. It's more to the meaning. That's why we study symbols and signs. Universal harmonics created a stitch in time from these sacred rhymes. I box inside the circle with these lines. Fresher than the evergreen, this backwood could outlast the pines. At this point my only father was a grand trine. I amplified my voltage and gave light that currents what helped my whole village shine. Being buried under the dirt what helped me feel alive. When I told them I was grounded, niggas thought that I meant still inside. That wasn't wrong because I occupied a seat of God. Manifesting abundance with 3 6s and my German 9. I had the will to fight myself life like I'm a Gemini. But once I dealt with that, my pillars couldn't be pushed aside. The only order of the day is when the sun arrives. Shadows from the night, from silver light is what the moon provides. Specters from the demiurge survey for souls that they can victimize. That's why you see the tears falling from my eyes.
See my tears falling from my eyes. See my tears falling from my eyes.
I pop out every time like you just won a prize. The stars on my roof will be the proof of my whole enterprise. As a generator, there isn't much I couldn't energize. I OD off a life that's simply how blissful I feel inside. Blatant hypocrisy in the face of our scholars. I wear the face and bear the scars similar to my fathers that forged before me. This canvas of life once again has started to bore me. I need to do more exploring. I much rather grace this world with the love of anointment. I'm showing up divinely and on time for this special appointment. 10,000 hours plus 10,000 reps I consider to be normal. Custom-made regalia anytime I'm told to dress formal. It's the mannerisms that define your character as a man. The subtleties speak louder like your stance of firmness when shaking somebody's hand. Also, it's the willingness to execute your plans against all odds. Only submitting to the voice and rulership of the Most High. I'm a primordial, I probably got the code for the most lives. And a bachelor that still could end up with the most wives. I'll be married to my fortune if I'm forced to pay the fine. You either leave or stay, I have no time to help you toe the line. I stamp that like it's notarized. I'm in motion like a motorized vehicle. Overdrive led me to overtime. If all the world's a stage, the solar man grew wise like Lewis Hines. I'm giving them a show to press play on, but they just can't rewind. That's for the watchers. I'm a model citizen like Mr. Rogers. Pay attention, cause change can be exchanged if the value's improper. Only usurped from wisdom womb to the tombstone. I took care of so many children, I need a group home. This the collapse if America is the new Rome. I'm not a welder, but invested in new chrome. I held my own until I felt the rain pour down from heaven. Now the pain is gone. The tears I cried out a reason they in the danger zone.
Falling from my eyes. See my tears falling from my eyes.
Yeah. Hey. It's too many people for me to make proud. I can't fall off or back into the crowd. Every blessing I gain from what God endowed. They had to leak cause the points I allow. I fired my coach if he throw in the towel. I'm still in my bag like it went out of style. I had the 40 on me day and night before no one knew about the flood of the now. I flipped the script like Simone Biles, making transactions on burner profiles. My mother told destiny I raised my own child, but the wolves took me in so my nature wild. Matted locks hang from the tree of life like vines. This not a game show, but if I call then that's one lifeline. Flatline, then I talk to my nephew on FaceTime. A true quality of a goddess, he make time. I was too serious to enjoy playtime. Plastic burn on my stomach, but it still hold weight, so I'm trying to lose the shape on my waistline. I send a nigga to the wasteland, hit the strip club, then do the rain dance to be a champion and take chance. I studied the royal arts and the great works. Now when I look in the mirror, I see a great man. I walk through the 50 gates like Kevin and look for the dog star. It's in heaven. I live and I die on the side of my brethren. Return of the Mac or the Black Mac 11. I put down my cupboards to throw up my section. Most of the street politics too selective. I use creativity to channel my aggression. Besides an alarm, mine's the deadliest weapon. See, there I go being humble again. Like for me, they won't go for the win. A woman was here from the time began. Now the answers to life is the question of man. What's all you can even be led to a pen over paper like writing a new legislature. Michael Jackson couldn't have sang it better, so when they say why, I tell them that it's human nature. But if you want to see the upper room, I help you skip the stairs like take the escalator. I'm Elijah the prophet, a relevator. Always in but not up like an instigator. Bittersweet is the flavor, a hater savior. I'm the servant to only one savior. My spirit animals pock with the razor. My eyes are like pyramids reflecting lasers. I felt like Benjamin Banneker. DC wouldn't be the same without visions or dreams I was chasing and cosmically tracing. I turned into Todd and Riley as soon as I found her replacement. Shout out to the members. Still posted up on the back and with switches shooting dice on the pavement. Them hundreds and fifties adjacent. My power come from planetary placements. I was writing the spell, that was writing statements. I'm wrapping a leaf in my custom garment. I trained for this day, let me see that warrant. I got family and cells like they laying dormant. As a bus, I'll below what's within, so without when my tears started pouring, rain clouds were forming. I find enjoyment in things other people call boring that help me surrender from waging and war. And don't mistake my role or intention, just because I'm coaching. My only interest is scoring and winning. I felt like the Ouroboros, cause the place of my ending was right at the very beginning. The 40 cal clip is extended, tucked under my coat. I be stylish, but still in the trenches. Untold us don't go in the kitchen. That pot of that mason jar couldn't be washed with other dishes. He jumped in that water, but wasn't a no more descendant, so he couldn't swim with the fishes. FSO shoes in the buckle, my pockets too heavy to walk, trying to hold up my britches. I thought my white homie lived 2 different lives when I noticed he start shooting like Peyton Pritchard. It was funny much prior till I caught on fire. I'm feeling like Richard. This time I desire a milli just on my wrist. I scratched through as soon as I wrote the list. Once you dead to me, that mean you don't exist. I like guns, but I'm in love with throwing fists. If my life was a movie, it'd be the miss. I'm not an alcoholic, but I can tell she mixed. How a mutable sign go from broke to fix. I come from a place where the time don't exist.
Space-time, 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 space-time.
Hey, niggas be pissing me off, talking and telling me shit that I already know. I'm a triathlete, it could be a field or a court. If the number's low, then I'ma score. I had to exit the freeway to go back and pick up some more, so you know I'ma add on the extras. One of my niggas pulled up in the Tesla, looking like he sell Carmen Electra. Since God gave it to me, I embraced the pressure. Money talking, y'all slept through the lecture. I buy bud for the smell and the textures. Pills get stretched with the help of compressors. I looked in the mirror and saw my reflection. Then I thought to myself, what a blessing. Reached in my pocket and felt my protection. I almost forgot I was outside my section. Niggas get taught that's for learning a lesson. Shots got fired from an unknown direction. Street politicians gon' need to run to the police or for office based off of their color selection. My Uncle Wayne was selling tan, white, black, and brown, and I ain't talking about complexions. It's like niggas looked up to Usher, how they sing and start giving confessions. I gave too many passes, being too passive, now it's pure aggression. I know and don't question. Fuck, I look like doing something for fun, like I ever be comfortable coming in second. The pack got delivered, the plug read my message, I copied and pasted threat to the collective. All money not good, my transactions selective. My bitch down for me, so she overprotective. Niggas stop asking me all of them questions, I'm starting to think you might be a detective. When you've been broken or down to your lowest, you see how that pain start to change your perspective. I shine in the dark regardless, even without 3Ms, I'm reflective. Niggas be pissing me off with miscommunications, cause we're number one is be effective. Niggas be pissing me off, talking and telling me shit that I already know. I'm a triathlete, it could be a field or a court. If the number's low, then I'ma score. I had to exit the freeway to go back and pick up some more, so you know I'ma add on the extras. One of my niggas pulled up in the Tesla, looking like he sell Carmen Electra. Since God gave it to me, I embraced the pressure. Money talking, y'all slept through the lecture. I buy bud for the smell and the textures. Pills get stretched with the help of compressors. I looked in the mirror and saw my reflection. Then I thought to myself, what a blessing. Reached in my pocket and felt my protection. I almost forgot I was outside my section.